The other day, Donald Trump said on his first day he's going to be a dictator for a day.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. I'd like to see the repeal of the Roosevelt law so that he can be a president for a lot more than 4 years. But this country needs a dictator. I hate to say that, but it's the truth.
But sometimes in life, we all need a good paddling from the principal to set our life on the right track. And this country does need a little bit of that. We need a little paddling. I mean, I was a problem child growing up, and it took a good leadership to set me straight.
You learn a lot about somebody if they openly admit to supporting corporal punishment, and unsurprisingly, this Trumper is following the MAGA playbook to a T.
I hands down believe people wanted it 4 years ago, 3 years ago. So,
But they didn't vote that way, right?
I don't know about that. We saw, on a smaller level, we saw it in Arizona with Kerry Lake being robbed of the governorship.
Are you Arizona voters?
No, Illinois.
These folks are a major indictment of the failures of our education system. And combining that with the team sports mentality of the two-party system, it's no wonder that they believe whatever their team tells them to believe.
If you don't agree with liberals, they'll shut you down, they'll spit in your face, and they'll kill you.
When I do go to Democratic rallies, they say the same things about you guys.
Yeah, but where's the proof in the pudding?
Well,
Okay, did you see all these marches and everything else, and these burnings and everything else? I know you're going to bring up January 6th.
I'm not bringing anything up.
I think we're good, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, here they scream that Trump, was a Nazi and all of us, MAGA Republicans are Nazis. And now they're doing exactly what Hitler did, they're anti-Semitic.
I agree. Yeah.
The hypocrisy is unreal. Trump is literally using the same blood and soil rhetoric that the Big H spread, but the right wing is covering for Trump by saying that he's worried about border security.
They're destroying the blood of our country. That's what they're doing. They're destroying our country. They don't like it when I said that. And I never read Mein Kampf. They said, oh, Hitler said that in a much different way. And they're destroying the blood of our country. They're destroying the fabric of our country. And we're going to have to get them out. We're going to have to get mass numbers of these, especially the criminals. They're coming from jails, prisons. They're coming from mental institutions.
This rhetoric from Trump does have a real-world impact. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Like there's too many criminals and gangsters and everybody else like that they're letting in, and that's, they're coming in and, killing our people here. I'm for helping people, but why do we want all these gang people in here? We got so many problems anymore, and to me, it's from letting all these people in that shouldn't be in here.
And do we think most of them are gangs, or?
I think a lot of them are anymore. I think that's the people that are coming in. I mean, they're stealing young kids and all this just so they can get in here, acting like they're related and,
Deal with the immigration at the southern border where there's all these people that our taxes are paying for.
And what about the northern border? Are you concerned about the Canadian border at all?
For sure, I am. I've heard some troubling things about it.
And do you think that if he builds a wall down there, he should build a wall up there?
I haven't decided what I think about that yet.
We have to secure our borders. That's the bottom line, because what's happening is an atrocity. It's bad.
No, do you think we need more security on both the northern and southern borders?
I'm sure we do. Think of our homes. We secure our homes, and this nation needs to be secured. And until it's secured, we are not a nation that has any order. Order is in the word border. And that's what we need.
The fact that these people are so terrified of anyone who doesn't look like them and has a different culture goes to show how deep the racism and xenophobia run in this country, and how Trump and the Repubs have wielded that fear for their gain.
What would be one thing you'd want to see him do for the country should he be back in office?
Seal that border. Close it up. Build the wall.
Exactly, yes.
Would you want him to build a wall on the northern border as well?
I don't know. Now they're going up there, so, that's a whole new can of worms.
If Jesus were a voter in Iowa, who do you think he'd vote for in this next election?
I'm praying that Jesus would vote for Trump.
Yeah.
Because, more recently, I don't think Trump was a really strong believer when he entered the race in 2016 or 15, whenever. I really see his life is changing, and now when he speaks, he points people in the direction of God, and that, hey, he's not the answer, but Jesus is the answer.
And President Biden goes to church every Sunday, right?
That's not what's important. It's your personal relationship with Jesus. If he's not living a life for Christ and following Christ, really following Christ's principles, then the fact that he's going to church every week means nothing.
Trump and the Republicans have done the same thing with religion, lying to voters and adopting talking points that prey on religious people's biases.